If someone does something ridiculous in front of you, you may ignore his action. But do you know, according to psychology, it will have a great and long-lasting impact on your thoughts. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Stoicism Explainer, and thanks for being here. I am sure you must have heard Jim Rohn's saying, "A man is the average of the 5 people he spends the most time with." In the realm of Stoicism, the ancient philosophy championed by thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, there's a profound emphasis on surrounding oneself with virtuous and positive influences. So, if you want happiness, peace of mind, or if you want to improve yourself economically, socially, politically, or in any aspect of your life, you must follow these Stoic principles, and you should not give a hand to these 7 types of people. I will also tell you how to deal with these people according to the Stoic philosophy. Keep in mind, if you spend a little bit of your time with these people, I'm damn sure you will also become like them in no time. So watch this video till end and subscribe my YouTube channel if you are new on this channel. Let's get started. So the first person on our today's list is blamer. There are people in our surroundings who don't work hard to succeed, but blame other things like lack of opportunities, lack on proper guidance, etc. I'll try to explain this point with an example from real life. Consider your life as a strategic game akin to chess. Each participant has identical pieces and the shared objective of checkmating the opponent's king. You engage in thoughtful tactics, make sacrifices, and embrace calculated risks. On the flip side, the victim attributes every misstep to the board, the pieces, or their adversary. In their perspective, they remain perpetually in checkmate, not due to their choices, but because of external forces conspiring against them. Their narrative unfolds as an unending saga of misery, casting themselves as the helpless protagonist. "I can't advance in my career because my boss dislikes me," or "I can't achieve fitness goals due to bad genetics." While acknowledging genuine hardships and systemic issues, the discussed victim employs their predicament as an enduring excuse, evading responsibility for their actions or inaction. You might become entwined in their story, perhaps as the supporting character frequently tasked with rescuing them. Consider spending countless hours listening to a friend attribute their failed relationships solely to ex-partners. This not only consumes your time, but subtly nudges you toward adopting a victim mindset in your own life. So, how do you handle a victim? While it may be tempting to play the role of their savior, offering endless advice and emotional support, the Stoics advise caution. They recommend establishing firm boundaries to safeguard your mental well-being, employ compassionate detachment, show empathy and kindness, but avoid rescuing them from situations they need to navigate independently. Provide a listening ear without becoming their perpetual problem solver. As Marcus Aurelius stated, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." If you find yourself drawn into the victim's narrative, resist becoming one yourself. Take charge of your game board, make strategic moves, and remember, in the chess game of life, perpetual checkmate is often a choice, not a fate. Move your pieces forward, make strategic sacrifices when necessary, and play for growth and wisdom, not for revenge or pity. If you liked our first point, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now we move to the next person to be avoided, and that is a pessimist. A pessimist is like a poison that spoils everything it touches. He will hinder your progress by giving negative feedback on every action you perform. Listen to this example and understand the concept thoroughly. Suppose you are an artist passionately painting a canvas, each brushstroke contributing to the richness and vitality of your vision. Now, enter the skeptic. They stroll into your studio, glance at your work, and promptly begin critiquing. "Are you sure about that color? It doesn't look realistic. You know, most artists never make it. Their words, akin to strokes of grey paint, begin to dim the vibrancy of your canvas. This isn't the typical constructive criticism that can be valuable. Instead, it's an enduring atmosphere of doubt and negativity. Consider a scenario where you're excited about exploring a new career path. You've researched, consulted professionals, and taken preliminary courses. When you share your enthusiasm with the skeptic, they swiftly enumerate reasons it won't work out. The market is too competitive. Do you have the right skills? What if you fail? Soon, their doubts echo in your mind, causing your once confident vision to waver. How do you handle a skeptic, especially if they're close to you? One unconventional yet effective approach is to seek their advice rather than just revealing your plans. When placed in an advisory role, people are less likely to outright attack your ideas and may provide more constructive feedback. Another method involves positive confrontation. Instead of absorbing their negativity, challenge them to think of solutions. If they say, "You'll never be able to switch careers at this stage," counter with, "Interesting perspective. How do you think someone could successfully make a career change, then?" This not only deflects negativity, but also encourages a more constructive conversation. Remember the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening doesn't mean absorbing all negativity. It means discerning valuable input from mere noise. When skeptics threaten to cloud your canvas with shades of doubt, step back, listen, reflect, and continue painting your life with the colors that resonate with you. Don't let anyone transform your vibrant masterpiece into a dull gray landscape. If you are still watching this video, first of all, thank you very much for being here. And now we are moving to the next person who should not be in your friends list. And he is an excessive optimist. You might have heard that excess of everything is harmful. No doubt, excess of everything is harmful, whether it is excess of money, excess of fame, or excess of positivity. Sometimes people try to motivate you by saying some positive words, but they don't even know what you really are facing. Let's explore it with another example. Meet an individual, the perpetual source of sunshine, rainbows, and an unending cascade of emojis. They're the ones advising you to simply be happy during challenging times, brushing aside your feelings and experiences with a casual wave of glittery optimism. Visualize your life as a garden, complete with blooming flowers, but also weeds and pests. The toxic positivist, however, insists on overlooking anything that isn't a flourishing rose. If there are aphids on your leaves, just focus on the flowers. Keep negativity out of your garden, they proclaim. While it may sound uplifting, their approach can leave you feeling invalidated and out of touch with reality. Consider going through a difficult breakup, feeling sad and seeking emotional balance. The toxic positivist's response? Plenty of fish in the sea. Just smile and be happy. This excessive positivity ignores the nuances of human emotion and the challenges of real-life situations. How do you tend to your garden without allowing toxic positivists to trample it with their indiscriminate sprinkling of good vibes only? One strategy involves engaging them in a discussion that acknowledges both light and shadow. If they say, "Look on the bright side, at least you have your health," you could respond, "Yes, I'm grateful for my health, but it's also okay for me to feel upset about this specific issue. Both can coexist." You can also employ emotional granularity, the ability to recognize and differentiate between a broad range of emotions, both positive and negative. When the toxic positivist urges you to be happy, take a moment to acknowledge and label your nuanced feelings. Saying, "I'm feeling a bit melancholic today due to X, and that's okay," can be a liberating affirmation. Referencing Stoic thought, Seneca once said, "True happiness is to understand our duties toward God and man, to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Notice the balance, understanding duties, which aren't always pleasant, and enjoying the present. A Stoic approach isn't about fixating on either the positive or the negative. It's about embracing life's complexity with equanimity. So, the next time the toxic positivist showers confetti on your carefully tended garden, take a step back. Remember, a garden thrives on both sunshine and rain. Embrace your entire emotional spectrum and continue nurturing your garden with the richness and complexity it deserves. Next comes Fault Finder. We all encounter individuals in our lives, be it a friend, family member, or colleague, who habitually find fault in various aspects, whether it's the weather, their job, or even the quality of a popular restaurant. They seize every chance to voice discontent. Now, you might think, why should this bother me? I can just ignore them. However, dismissing their negativity is not as simple as it sounds. Consistent exposure to such negativity takes a toll on your mental well-being. It's comparable to a leaking faucet, slowly draining your emotional energy reservoir. Stoicism teaches us to concentrate on actionable solutions instead of fixating on problems. Consider a scenario where you're collaborating on a project with a perpetual complainer. Each meeting becomes an exhaustive session of complaints, hindering constructive dialogue. This decline in team morale sidetracks you from finding solutions, leading to growing disillusionment with the project and, potentially, life in general. So, how does Stoicism aid in dealing with complainers? Several strategies can be employed. Firstly, limit exposure to such individuals whenever possible. If that's not feasible, perhaps due to familial or professional ties, your second option is to mentally distance yourself during their complaints. View their negativity as a passing storm, loud and unsettling, but ultimately temporary and powerless against the unyielding mountain of your inner tranquility. Your third option is to steer conversations toward solutions or shift the focus to more constructive subjects. To quote Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This timeless Stoic wisdom encourages us to safeguard our mental peace diligently, ensuring that the chronic complaints of others don't veer us off the Stoic path of resilience and virtue. Now come to the schema. Consider your life as a screenplay. You're the protagonist, envisioning the twists, allies, mentors, and the grand finale. Enter the manipulator, the elusive producer, who subtly revises your script without your awareness, until one day you discover your storyline has taken an unexpected turn. The manipulator excels in emotional and psychological maneuvering, employing flattery, guilt trips, or deceit to guide you in a direction that suits them. For instance, a friend consistently convinces you to foot the bill for dinner, saying, "I've had a tough month, and your success means a lot to you, but it would make my day better." Over time, you realize your generosity has been exploited, yet confronting them feels uneasy due to the favor framing. Dealing with a manipulator demands finesse. One countermeasure is the technique known as fogging, where you agree with any truth in their statements, but resist emotional coercion. If they suggest, "You're successful, cover dinner," you can reply, "You're right about my success, but let's split the bill as usual." Another strategy involves establishing clear boundaries and enforcing them. If the manipulator seeks financial assistance or involvement in uncomfortable tasks, assertively saying no is crucial. "I can't lend money, but I'm here for emotional support," sets a boundary while preserving the friendship. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, Epictetus cautioned, We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Manipulators thrive on predictable reactions, exploiting your kindness, guilt, or desire for approval. By opting for a different response, you regain control of your script. If a manipulator surfaces in your life, remember you wield the pen. Your storyline is yours to craft, and while the cast may vary, the protagonist's journey, your journey, must align with your values and decisions. Reclaim your script, and don't allow anyone to manipulate your life's narrative. Now it is the turn of Tempus Predator. Suppose your daily routine as a meticulously composed symphony, each task or commitment represented by an instrument contributing to a harmonious balance. Now, picture the arrival of the time vampire, an intruder screeching off-key, disrupting your melody and transforming your beautiful composition into discordant noise. The time vampire may not be intentionally harmful. In fact, they might appear quite innocuous. It could be a colleague interrupting you with trivial questions or a friend inviting you to numerous social events you're uninterested in, obliging you to attend and sapping your time and energy. These interactions may seem inconsequential individually, but their cumulative effect can be profoundly disruptive. How do you safeguard your symphony from the intrusion of a time vampire? An effective strategy is the Pomodoro technique, breaking your work into intervals, typically 25 minutes each, separated by short breaks. During these focused intervals, you establish a clear boundary, signaling that you're not to be disturbed, thus protecting your most productive times from erosion. When dealing with a social time vampire, remember that saying no is not just acceptable, it's essential for your well-being. A simple, "I appreciate the invite, but I can't make it," suffices. Declining an invitation is not a rejection of the person, it's an affirmation of your needs and priorities. In Seneca's words, life, if well lived, is long enough. Stoicism emphasizes that time is among our most precious resources, one that should be allocated judiciously. It's the canvas on which we paint the portrait of our lives, and we should be discerning about who and what deserves a stroke of our brush. In the grand composition of your life, ensure each note, instrument, and melody aligns with your greater purpose. Don't let the cacophonous intrusion of a time vampire disrupt your symphony. Firmly grasp the baton and conduct your life with purpose, ensuring every moment contributes to a well-played note in your harmonious masterpiece. The last person of this series is Controversy Catalyst. Envision yourself navigating the seas of life as if aboard a serene ship, only to encounter the turbulence known as the drama vortex. This individual appears to be a perpetual source of crises, conflicts, or controversies, drawing you into their chaotic whirlpool with unsettling ease. Initially, you might be drawn to the drama vortex's energy, mistaking it for passion or excitement. However, you'll soon realize that being in their orbit is akin to steering through a storm, both exhausting and perilous. Dealing with drama magnets becomes challenging because their crises can feel like your own. Their chaos is contagious. You may even find yourself entangled in conflicts that were initially unrelated. Consider a practical example. A friend in your social circle constantly has falling outs with others. Today it's Sarah, tomorrow it's Tom. Seeking your advice, you notice this cycle persisting, and suddenly you're at odds with Sarah or Tom due to your intervention. Here, employing reflective listening can be effective. Instead of offering advice or taking sides, mirror their words back to them, providing emotional support without getting ensnared in the drama. Another approach, though counterintuitive, is selective unavailability. Stoicism emphasizes valuing your time, and sometimes this means being unavailable for recurring crises, Establish focused periods for work or personal development, turning off your phone during certain hours. Make it known that during these times you are not to be disturbed. In the words of Seneca paraphrased, true happiness lies in enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future. This mindset proves beneficial when dealing with drama magnets. Instead of worrying about the next crisis, focus on the present moment where you have control. Cherish your life, undisturbed by someone else's drama. Sail your ship calmly, steering clear of whirlpools that threaten your journey toward personal growth and tranquility. Now, let's move to concluding remarks according to Stoicism. As we approach the conclusion of today's exploration into characters potentially hindering Stoic resilience and wisdom, let's not forget the importance of self-awareness. Recognizing these types in others is one thing, but the true challenge and enlightenment lie in self-examination. Could you inadvertently be playing one of these roles in someone else's life? Stoicism extends beyond navigating the external world. It's about comprehending and enhancing ourselves. If today's discussion has prompted self-realization, epiphany, or simply introspection, share your thoughts in the comments. Express your experiences, engage in a dialogue, and let's collectively enrich our understanding. Until next time, may your choices align with your virtues, may your actions mirror your wisdom, and may your life unfold as the masterpiece you are destined to create.